You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark and more so the woke media that is now going after men who have decided to watch the WNBA, more specifically decided to watch Caitlin Clark like myself and give takes about the situation and what is actually going on. Oh, and they're telling us to shut the hell up. Well, wait a minute now. Isn't this a league that begged men to step in and start watching the league? By the way, the league was always watched by more men than it was women. That was the dirty little secret, and the numbers bear that out in television viewership. But nonetheless, a lot of people like me that never in a million years would have watched this damn league has stepped in to watch it, and yeah, you're damn right I'm giving takes because, well, as an American, I'm allowed to open my mouth and say whatever the hell I want to. It's called free speech. So nonetheless, we have a blogger, a woke blogger, a woke member of MSNBC that works for Joy Reid. I mean, that's all you need to know. Is Joy Reid still rocking her orange nod towards the great Donald J. Trump? Is she still wearing Donald Trump's haircut? I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. But I thought that was awfully nice of Joy Reid to wear that haircut all the time in honor of President Donald J. Trump. So, nonetheless, this guy has come out, and you can see the headline. Men have entered the WNBA chat, and their Caitlin Clark takes are exhausting. Oh, cry us a river. I mean, really? How much of a cur dog do you have to be whining about something like this? And by the way, this guy slams LeBron James and Charles Barkley. I mean, yeah, tell them what kind of takes they should have related to basketball. I may not want to hear a lot of things from LeBron, but an actual lucid basketball take, okay. I mean, blind squirrel finds nut, whatever. But both of these guys, Charles and LeBron, well, they're a lot like me in the fact that they can obviously see the blatant hate in the WNBA from these other players and now coaches, Cheryl Reeve, Becky Hammon, and, you know, they chose to go out there and talk about it and call it out because at least LeBron and Charles both realize this is the WNBA's chance to grow the league and make real money and stand independent of the NBA. And people don't want that to happen all of a sudden. So let's get to this guy. Following years of widespread media neglect of women's basketball, is that a joke? Is that a joke? Because ESPN has been on a nonstop tirade the last several years trying to tell us how popular this league was when it absolutely wasn't. Nobody was watching. Nobody was watching. I'm sorry, but 450,000 viewers is nobody watching. That's no support, really. Following years of widespread media neglect of women's basketball, the arrival of Hooper Caitlin Clark to the WNBA has brought a rush of new attention to the sport. And unfortunately, that spawned some cringe commentary by men in particular. Woo, I'm so glad you're here to Black Knight for these women in the league and women in general. God, brave, stunning, and courageous you are. Now, that's Clark's playing in the league. Now that Clark's playing in the league, it seemingly becomes de rigueur for men of the sporting commentary. This guy thinks he's ultra smart. Yeah, I mean, come on. To signal their support for the WNBA, not just with gushing praise for Clark, but by diminishing her competitors. When asked, many WNBA players have praised Clark elusively or discussed the benefits of her celebrity is bringing to the league. By contrast, WNBA great Diana Taurasi gave Clark a friendly warning. It wasn't friendly. It wasn't friendly at all. And she came out and attacked Clark's fans after the fact, too. WNBA great Diana Taurasi gave Clark a friendly warning ahead of her joining the league that, quote, reality is coming. Essentially, expect tougher competition. The remark somehow sparked backlash from Clark's fans. But Taurasi is right. Despite Clark playing well in some of her first few games, her team, the Indiana Fever, is among the worst in the league before she was drafted and has only one win in the first 6 games. So men with microphones, and that's the other thing. If you're going to call us out, dude, it's Black and White Sports. I mean, just go ahead and say the name. They don't want to call people like us out because they know we're not under the media umbrella. We will crush them and love every second of it. So men with microphones have put their capes on for her, admonishing female critics and offering paternalistic defenses of Clark that she's never asked for and doesn't need. Their dismissals have the effect of shutting down conversations that are larger than Clark herself about race, gender, and privilege. Here we go. And the fact that it's women in the sport who want that conversation makes the dismissal that much worse. On the basketball podcast he hosts with J.J. Redick, LeBron James referred to the vitriol aimed at Clark from unnamed players, suggesting they ought to be more grateful for viewership and amenities that Clark's popularity allegedly has earned them. There's no allegedly, has earned them. No, there's no alleging, there's no debate. That's a fact at this point. Quote, I saw for the first time that they chartered a plane. For the first time in their league history, they flew private. That's not true, though. Oh, boy. Here we go. The WNBA expanded its charter flights program for players last year. Really? You got players bitching about the fact that it didn't happen probably a week ago, maybe? It's something about a charter flight, blah, 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 been rolled out for some, not for others. And this guy is trying to black knight it, white knight it, black knight it. What James may have seen is that the league recently announced that every team will use charter flights beginning this year. Quote, don't get it twisted, James said. Ironically, Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things are going to happen for the WNBA. He's not wrong that Clark's popularity is a boon for the league, but his eagerness to take unnamed critics to task struck me as odd. And when a take is touted by right-wing sports media platform Outkick, so this guy attacked Outkick too. As James's Clark's comments were, it's worth looking into why. Quote, I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before, James said, going on to compare Clark to his son, LeBron James Jr., who currently is preparing for the NBA draft. Quote, there's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing professional sport, and we have grown-ass men and women doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. It is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders. What is wrong with a single thing he just said? I mean, seriously. So Charles Barkley, of course, came out and said, you women out there, y'all are petty, man. LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all are petty girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world. Speak for yourself, dude. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all private charters and all that money and visibility she's bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like, dude, listen, what she's accomplished, give her her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. And we've chronicled how many people have been petty. Chani Ogwumike come out and she took a shot at Charles. Charles and the inside the NBA team are the goats of the industry. So respectfully, I offer my perspective with love. Every WNBA player I know supports this rookie class and are grateful for the spotlight that the money that Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and company are bringing to the W. But again, what gets lost here is Angel Reese ain't bringing this. Stop it. That's part of the issue is it is Caitlin Clark singular that is moving the needle right now. And ratings and the monetary gate value of attendance proves that fact true. It is what it is. So she corrected his mistaken belief that Clark's popularity had secured charter flights for the WNBA. Yeah, he got the lead out of the WNBA's ass to follow through with it. So this guy goes on to say, ain't this a trip just as the WNBA finally gained some much-deserved hype and its players' skill and athleticism are finally in the national focus, a bunch of men found something else to lecture women about, business. If they look, these guys know what they're talking about. That's hilarious. On some level, I suppose paternalistic commentary like this is a sign the WNBA has arrived. Some might find it heartening that the attention for the league is now high enough that WNBA players have to suffer through some of the same types of tortured takes that land pundits of other popular sports on awfulannouncing.com. Awful announcing, for the most part, sucks. They're woke and they suck. But another gripe I have about the, quote, you should be kind and grateful to Caitlin commentary is that it's sucking the joy out of the Caitlin Clark experience. This is professional basketball. Just because players are women rather than men doesn't mean anyone should expect the competition to be less fierce. All these men caping for Clark, treating her like a dainty flower in need of protection, are missing the opportunity simply to appreciate her for what she is, a certified hooper in a league that's full of them. So it sounds like this guy has been one of the very few WNBA fans out there, and he's mad that y'all ain't been paying attention to the league forever. Sorry. Not sorry. Don't care. It's crazy. This woke guy, wait a minute. He's a man, and he's caping himself for these other players that, yes, absolutely attacked Caitlin Clark. Let's be real. All right? And have done all they can to poo-poo the popularity around her, and it's jealousy. Anybody with an ounce of brain pan can tell that it's pure, unadulterated jealousy. We talked about the fact these players in this league have been really great as far as playing in this league. They're mad because their skill could not move the needle the way that Caitlin could. It's all jealousy. And I said the woke media would start doing things to try to poo-poo the popularity around Caitlin Clark. Here we are. MSNBC. I mean, this take doesn't shock me from anybody that's agreed to work for Joyless Reed. That doesn't shock me a bit. Wow. And I went and looked at his ex. He hates him some Trump, too. Yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, as expected. God. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. This guy trying to lecture Charles and LeBron on actual basketball and basketball business. Okay, whatever. That's unbelievable. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.